What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to touch a little bit on how to submit your speed runs to the world record website. I'm really excited about doing this. I'm really excited about pushing you guys in there, give you that opportunity to really show off your runs, show people what you can do, and compete, man, and really compete, to be honest with you, for those top tier records, dude. So today we're going to touch a little bit on different styles of running, a little bit of how to go throughout your run, and then once you finish your run, what to look at, what to submit, and then finally the full-on submission. So I cannot wait to jump in with this with you guys, and we'll jump right in. Okay, diving straight in, first things first, what we're going to do is go through start to finish of how we're going to start a run, what to show at the end of your run, and then how to submit it online. One of the most important things to know when you guys get ready to start this is that you absolutely need to have some type of YouTube channel. I think it's another online platform that you can. I think it's Bleble. I promise you I'm butchering it, but I'll leave it in the comment description below. But you need to have those two platforms. I think it's a third one, but no one really uses it. But at least one of those two platforms, so that way when you submit it, somebody can look at your run and know this legit, and anybody in the world can have access to it. So just something you should know before you start speedrunning, to make sure you have some type of a YouTube channel that you can link it to. So first, what we're gonna do, we chose the monster. We're gonna go to Kezu. We're gonna go ahead and click on Kezu, start this quest, get started, jump in. Now, as we jump in and we get ready to fight and we get ready to push out everything, what's most important once you finish your run is showing what's at the end. And what's at the end is what's most important, because we're going to show our equipment, we're going to show all of our decorations, and as well as we're going to show our time. So those three things need to be set out at the end of your quest, and everyone needs to be able to see it through your video. You cannot edit your video as far as like cutting out your equipment and like placing it towards the end. It needs to be at the end of your quest, unedited, if that makes sense. I mean, it's okay if you put in little music and stuff like that, but the run needs to be untainted. So that way no one knows that you're cheating or anything else, you know, gone left. So I'm going to go ahead and fight this Kezu, dive straight into that, and then from there I'll show you guys what it looks like to show that equipment. Okay, so now that we've defeated Kezu, what you're going to do is to go down to status, click status on your video, and make sure you show every single page, hitting ZR, your attack, your element, your affinity, show your switch skills, attack boost, fire attack, crit boost, handicraft, obviously all your skills. Once you do that, you're gonna go down to equipment info as well, so people can see your equipment. And you're gonna go down the list to make sure to show what decals you use along those lines, and so people can get a full gist of what you did. And then also what I would do too as well is to show quest info, which is show your time, how long it took you to beat Kezu. 349, don't judge me, I was running around trying to get him. But anyway, nonetheless, those things will happen. The reason why we do this is what makes it so important is because it needs to be shown to the community that you didn't cheat, that you weren't doing anything underhanded, that you did everything within the cycles of the game, and that everything is available, like, to whoever wants to replicate your run, that they have the tools in order to do so. So why that's what's so important. If you go a little bit further here, whenever you get ready to submit your times, obviously to the left it'll tell you your time all the way down to the millisecond. I encourage you, when you putting in your runs, make sure you put in your milliseconds as well, because if you do that, let's say you get somebody with the same time as you, it gives you an opportunity to kind of like combat, I guess, somebody. Let's say someone has 349 like I do, but you have 69 and they have 74. Well, excuse me, you have 74, you have 69, then you give it your chance to be at the top. So just something to kind of be aware of, something to kind of know, but make sure you do this ritual right before you start, because this is how you would submit your runs via YouTube. And so on your YouTube channel, this is what needs to be shown. continuously at the end of each run, not at the beginning. It can't be clipped, it can't be cutted, it can't be edited. This needs to be shown at the end of your run so people know that it's legit. But yeah, so that'll give you kind of like that push out, that step up, and also get people to know that you're legit. So, but yeah, moving on to the next one. All right, diving into this, there's a few things that we need to know. So first off, whenever we're getting ready to submit our runs, there are two websites for us to actually utilize. One, which is mhrspeedrun.com. Two, which is just speedrun.com. Now, the difference between the two, in the way that I guess I've come to understand it, is that if you have any solo runs only, just you and the monster, that they will all go through mhrspeedrun.com. But if you're going to do duos, trios, or quads, you can do that through speedrun.com. Also, if you're going to do any percent, that is Xeno percent, code percent, whatever run that you're going to do that it is under the umbrella of any percent, you can also submit those runs too. Now, when you get ready to submit your runs, there are three types of, I guess, speed runs or speed categories that runs fall under. One, which is freestyle. Freestyle is literally anything goes within a fight. There's no specific rules. Anything that's available in the game, as long as anything that's game altering, you are able to run it. Two is TA. TA runs are literally timed attack runs. They are just you and the monster. There is no pets. There is no outside resources. It's just you, the monster, your demon jug, might powder, your seeds. There's certain consumables that you are able to do, but fully it is just you versus the monster in a nutshell, to kind of give it close. And as we dive into the website, we'll look a little bit more into the rules and how TA differs from freestyle. Then we also have any percent, and any percent is where you actually run through the entire game from start to finish in real time, up to a certain monster or up to a certain landing point of the actual game story mode. So those will all be submitted through speedrun.com. So anyway, as we move forward, we're going to go into mhrspeedrun.com. And I know it's a little bit confusing, but hey, this is what we're giving, and this is all community driven. But this is where we put all of the valid, where we get all the valid runs for it. So we go here, and we have a few top, I guess, some buttons here that actually tell us where we need to go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to grab or look at some of these things. So just to kind of give us an idea of what we're looking at, what we can expect to see when we click on these things. So let's say if we do Apex Diablos and we do the Emergence quest. Here, as you can see, this site only does the solo, so any percent won't be on here. Anything is any percent will always be on speedrun.com. But for your solo runs, you have your freestyle and your TA wiki. Both are here, and you can choose between which category you want to see. As well as, now since we have PC added, you can see if it was just people for Switch or if it was just people just on PC. And as you can see, since PC is fairly new, we don't have any records that for that right now. But as we go down here, you can see where they are, who the top ones, and there's a lot of people that actually did their submissions. We have Akuma, we have Blast, we have 1634, Tabasa, Yuki. A lot of familiar names are around here, and they just tell you the times and who's up top. Any person, obviously, you see this on top, is going to be the fastest run. Now, the fastest run for your weapon class, obviously, you'll see right next to it with the weapon in it. Here, you'll see the rule, which will tell you, obviously, whether or not it's freestyle or if it's TA, what version that they use, which normally would be the up-to-date version, and then from there, you have what platform they use and the date that they submitted it. So if we click on these actual times that actually take you to the actual video for you to see what run and where it came from, and to actually like visualize the run and see it for yourself. Now, one thing to note, you will have to make a YouTube or some form of online platform for them to be able to look back on what run you actually did. So I would highly encourage you to make sure that you have a YouTube, because that's the only way that you can actually submit this. I think it's also another site, I think it's called, I may be butchering this name, but I will put it down in the description, but it's overseas. I think it's Blay, I believe I said it right. I may be butchering that name. But nonetheless, these are the things that you would have to do in order for you to be able to submit your score, because they has to be available for the public to see in order for you to be able to submit it. So move on from here. Now that we're able to see where it's at, you know, what platforms we're under, who has the top scores, and where we can see those top hunters at, we're going to come back here to our main scores, and we're going to go to, I don't know, let's go to another random. Which one did? Like, yes, we'll go here. So we'll pick here. We'll go to, let's say if I got a good run on Apex Azeros, which I believe Peppa literally just did that earlier. I think he got it for PC. Let me see. I don't think he submitted it yet. But yeah, we're gonna say if I got a run for Azeros, Apex Azeros, we're gonna click on submit. And then once I click on submit, you're going to literally make yourself an account, or make yourself an account for the actual site. Click sign in. And then once you click sign in, you're going to put your time down. And so each time that you have to put down, you're going to put your exact time here. And this is the format in which you're going to do it. So as you go here, you're going to put your link right here. So that will be your YouTube link for the video of what you've already uploaded. So that's why I was saying you have to make sure you have your YouTube link. Or the video, oh yes, here it is, the Billy, this is what it is, YouTube, and Nico, I've never even seen that one. But yeah, these are the main sources of which they usually use to validate runs. And then from there, you're going to use any weapon that you choose to actually submit. If you did longsword, sword and shield, dual blades, you get the drift. Then from there, we're going to go to rules, whether you did TA or freestyle. Then from there, we're going to go to platform, which would be Switch or PC, and you'll click that. So let's just go ahead and fill this in just for giggles. Do that. Make sure the version is usually automatically going to put you on the actual version that we're on, the update that we're actually on. You have any notes that you want to say, and then you will click submit, and that'll be the end of it. And then once you click submit, it will be reviewed by the committee who actually runs the speedrunning records. And then they will let you know, or let you know if it's been updated, whether or not if you guys have the records. So this is how it kind of operates. This gives you like an idea of what you need to do whenever you get ready to submit. And so just for like your curiosity, if you guys are looking, there's a leaderboards here to see who's on top, who has the most records, what the times are for GS, for LS, for SNS, kind of a different chart way and how you look at it. And so this kind of just give you an idea of what the world records look like. So you guys, if you ever come here and you're just kind of curious and you want to figure those out, and you look at the videos that you see the people do, make sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment, give them guys some support, because they work really hard on each and every run that they've done. And so I'm pretty sure almost every person in first place has at least done the fight at least 20, 50 plus times in order to get that time. So yeah, definitely, man, make sure you guys shoot a like for them. And now we'll move on over to the next site. Okay, moving on to the next site, Speedrun.com. This is the website that I was saying to you guys earlier that if you have any duos, trios, quads, runs that you want to submit with you and your buddies, this is the site that you guys will go to, as well as any runs that you guys are doing under any percent. This will be the section and the way that you guys would submit it. So starting with quad runs, what we'll do is we'll come here. Once you get to the main front desk, we'll go to games. We'll search games and you put in Monster Hunter Rise. But here, since I've already got it, I'm gonna go ahead and click it. You click on Monster Hunter Rise. Make sure before you come in that you've already signed in and you made an account, so that way you're able to submit your runs. I would suggest that you guys make your name, as well as in the other topic, the other website as well, that make your username the same as your hunter, or the name that you would want to be known at throughout the community. So this is just kind of give you an idea whenever you do this, so they'll know, oh, hey, Zen did this, hey, Zen did this run, and you can get the recognition, and your character gets the recognition that you want, you know, obviously want to have. So moving on forward from here, what we'll do is you see here the 80% runs are all here, and we see our very own J Bagel here as well. And these just give you kind of the idea of what it is. And like I said earlier, 80% is literally going from start to a certain point in the game to finish in real time. And so obviously you see someone beat the game in 1 minute 14 seconds, another person with 2 hours 31. And then just up to a certain point. So this is where they would have like those records kind of set out for there. So moving forward here, if we're going to do like a quad or just together with our friends, we'll click on Leaderboards, which I clicked on right here. We'll go down, we'll find whatever quest that we're looking for. Let's go up to let's do SF Ultimate Permission. That's the Super Bajang quest. Okay, and so we'll click on there, and then for here they also will click on first, second player, third player, fourth player that they all have here. And so they also do have first player or one player, but what I find that a lot of the solo players that actually play currently now usually send in their actual times through MHR Rise Speedrun, and that's just what I've seen specifically. This is still available for you guys to do so, but from what I've experienced with solo runs, more of the people that I've seen actually sending their runs there. But anyway, moving from here, you have 2 player, 3 player, 4 player. This is all of the sites of which the categories of which you would send it in if you're doing 2 players or 3 players or 4 players. What we'll do here, let's say if I did this run with a 2 player, I'll click submit run. Once I click submit run, I go here, I'll be player number 1. I will type in player number 2. Let's say I also submitted a run with one of my friends, his name is Pot Salt, so we'll put him there as a placeholder. Let them know who you are, you're player number 1. What event, and we've already clicked that level of what it is, and you send in the time. It's just hours, minutes, seconds, and milliseconds. So make sure that you put the minutes, seconds, and the milliseconds in as well. From there, you go to the switch, and we'll click it there, and then from here, we'll click longsword. And if you're on PC, it's also here as an option too as well. We'll click longsword. Here's the version 3.0, I think 3.8. I think that one just came out earlier this week, I believe. You can click what region you want, and that's optional. It's not something that you have to do, but it's there for you as well, and what platform to use. Then from there, we'll click on the video link, and then from the video link, you'll put in like your YouTube or whatever channel that you guys put your actual run on, and you'll put it there. You can put descriptions and then click submit. Then from there, it'll take them 1 to 3 weeks, in some cases, to figure out if you guys actually have the record, prove it, make sure it was cheating, that was doing something off the rails, just to kind of help you guys get an idea of what you need to do, you know what I mean? So that's how you would submit if you were to do a group, and this will be the same thing for any percent. So if we go here, back to Monster Hunter Rise, and if you're going to do anything for any percent, you would click submit run right here. And if you're doing your village quest, which should be here, and you would submit your times, and then from there you would do the exact same thing if you were doing any percent. So these are the I guess the avenues or the routes that you guys could use in order to submit your times. It's very simple, very easy. They usually get right back to you guys, you know what I mean? It's nothing that takes too much of your time, you know? So if you guys were curious, this is how you do it. This is how it helps. And so hopefully this was helpful to you guys moving forward. Thank you guys so much for joining the video today. Hopefully this was extremely helpful for you guys and brought more of an awareness to the things that's going around the Monster Hunter community that's been here for quite a bit actually. And this just gives you an opportunity to compete, gives you an opportunity to put your times out there, show people what you can do, honestly, to really connect with other speedrunners, man, and just to create honestly another form of this community and grow this community even more so than what it is. I truly believe Monster Hunter is going to grow even more than what it is, and this speedrunning also has an opportunity, in my opinion, to be an esport, and so that's my ultimate goal. Hopefully we can make that happen, but it would be super amazing for those things to happen. But nonetheless, if you guys don't know, I stream on Twitch every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central Time. So if you guys want to check me out, a follow would be greatly appreciated. And nonetheless, man, you guys have a great day. And as always, stay zen.